hell no.
What the hell are you doing in here?
I'm doing my prayers. Trying to think. You want to join?
Oh, hell no. Get the fuck out of here.
Join. Come join.
Oh, hell no. We gotta get the fuck out, bro. We gotta move, bro. She does voodoo. I didn't see any of the signs. It was just a soup. Like, why does bitch keep making me soup? I'm tired of eating soup. Make me some fried chicken, some pork chops, some steak, some collard greens, macaroni and cheese. No, soup. Here, have some soup. Beef soup, beef stew. Chocolate.
Are you sick?
What is that?
Soup.
What?
Soup.
She does.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, mercy, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, the Israelites of the Bible, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And I found this video on social media, and it's about this rapper called Blueface. And it says right here in the captions, Blueface was devastated and instantly ran back to Christian after allegedly catching Nevaeh doing voodoo in his house. So yeah, man, Blueface, he's a rapper, and I guess he found his Eve for praying to other gods, and then she's over here telling him to join, and he's like, nope, I'm out of here. And then in the second clip, he starts talking about her doing voodoo, and making him a voodoo soup. And as he was talking about it, he was talking about how he wants other food. He brought up fried chicken, collard greens, and of course some swine. Which it goes against the law. We're not supposed to eat swine, which is pig. But yeah, man. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 24 says, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin." And who was the first woman that sinned? Well, we know that was Eve. She listened to the snake, which was another man, and ate of the tree of fruit, the tree of good and evil. And she didn't listen to her man, because Adam, he got the commandment from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to not eat out of the fruit of good and evil. And he told Eve, and Eve didn't listen, so she sinned. So again, Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 24, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died." And yeah, we lost, to live forever, because we got kicked out. They got kicked out. We come from Adam. We all know that everybody comes from Adam, but also the chosen people, which are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And what is sin? Well, we go to the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. It says, "Whosoever committed sin transgressed also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." And that was also in the commandments, the law, statutes, commandments. And what it was saying in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1, it reads, it says, "And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Adonai thy Yahweh, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage." And that was the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, in our first captivity in the ancient Egypt. It says, verse 3, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." And what is this Eve doing? She's going out because she's praying to other gods. "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Adonai, the Yahweh, am a jealous Yahweh, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me." So that's what Eve was doing. She had different kind of, in the video, you can see that she had different kind of gods there, idols. And also she was, bowing down, and she was praying to them, and she was telling Blueface, the rapper, to come and join, and he was like, nope, I'm out. Verse 6, "And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments." So yeah, Eve over here was going off, and she wanted that guy Blueface to pray with her. But this ain't nothing new, because even it happened in the book of Jeremiah. In the book of Jeremiah, even shows how our people were going off. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 15, and this is a perfect example, because even this guy Blueface, he knows that she's doing, witchcraft, voodoo stuff. This is right here in Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods. So that's what she was doing. She was burning incense and praying to other gods. And all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwell in the land of Egypt and Patros, answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the other one Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. So yeah, our people have always not listened to the word of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and we know that the word is with the prophets, because they are the mount of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes in the city of Judah, and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then we had plenty of victuals, vitality, victuals, and were well, and saw no evil. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have want all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And this is how our people hate knowledge, because even in the days when Moses was freeing the Israelites, when the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, sent Moses to free the Israelites from Pharaoh, even though they saw all the wonders and the miracles and the signs from the Heavenly Father, they would still murmur, they would still bitch and complain to Moses. And then Moses told him, like, you're not complaining to me, you're complaining to the Heavenly Father. And then the Heavenly Father would judge their asses. And then also when Moses left for 40 days and 40 nights to get the tables of stones, they went off by creating other gods, the golden calf. That's how you know our people don't got no patience or faith into the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's only going to be 1/3, and that will be the elect man. Verse 18. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we will want all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. And that didn't happen because they went off. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, judged their asses. And when we burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and pour out drink offerings unto her, that we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our man. So yeah, they still did it without their man. And their man during this time with Jeremiah, they knew that they were going off. And we go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, because when our people, or us, we start praying to these other gods, that's spiritual fornication. In the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12, it says, For the devices of idols, because they're idols, she had a lot of idols. For the devices of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the inventions of them, the corruption of life. So yeah, a lot of our people that, they get into these other gods, they start doing, this sacrifice. Even that's why the Canaanites, the Hittites and Jebusites, they got kicked out of their land because of all the abominations they were doing of sacrificing their kids to their gods. And the Heavenly Father kicked them out, and He gave those lands to the Israelites, so-called Native Spanish and Native Americans, because of the stuff they were doing for their gods that were idols. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vainglory of man they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come surely to an end. So yeah, when the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, comes and sends His Son, Yahweh Shai, to come and judge this world, all these idols are going to be gone, and everybody's going to be worshiping the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. Also, in the second clip, it says that the guy, he talks about her doing voodoo. So right here, I got the word voodoo. Oh, voodoo. Oh crap. Right here.
Voodoo.
Voodoo. It says right here, a religion that is derived from African polytheisms and ancestors worship and is practiced chiefly in Haitian, which are the Levites. A person who deals in spells and necromancy or sorcerer spell, hex, charm of crap. Or was of relating to or practicing voodoo based on highly improbable suppositions extremely impossible or unrealistic, to bewitch by or as by means of voodoo hex. So right here, nouns: charmer, conjurer, enchanter, mage, magician, mangus, necromancer, sorcerer, voodooist, witch, wizards. So that was also written in the law, even in the book of Exodus. Which one was it? Exodus 22 verse 18. It says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." So yeah, back then, and in our time, in our lands, we were supposed to kill anyone that was doing witchcraft. We were supposed to kill them. It says right here too, he that sacrificed unto any god save unto the other one, how only he should be utterly destroyed. Yeah, that would have happened back in the days. Also in the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 6, it says right here, "And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people. Sanctify yourselves, therefore, and be ye holy, for I am the Adonai your Yahweh. So, and ye should keep my statutes and do them. I am the Adonai Yahweh, which sanctify you." So that will be the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Spanish, and Native Americans, because they are the ones that got the law, statute, commandments. And we go to verse 27. It says right here, "A man also or woman that had a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death." So yeah, they would have been put to death if they were doing that. "They should stone them with stones, and they should stone them with the stones. Their blood should be upon them." So yeah, so that there were sins that will put back. There were sins. There was if our people would go against the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and sin against him, some of those sins which are transgression of the law, they would have put you to death. But yeah, I want to just end it with that. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Rakah Kadash, Shalom.